here.
Did you fight the flower?
Not yet. No. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm gonna do all the side stuff. I'm very close to being finished.
Did you just start it?
We'll talk about it.
I played a lot. I
Okay.
played 2 days and played a lot.
Yeah, it's not super long. We'll talk about it on the show.
We'll talk about it on the show.
How about the show?
Let's
Remember to
fucking do
smile with your eyes and your mouth.
it. What? Why?
It makes your words sound different. I guess you're on the TV side. You never learned to talk with a smile?
No, I think that's uncomfortable.
It is, yeah. But when you're reading commercials or whatever, it does change the way you emphasize. You can hear
we're
a
not
smile.
reading commercials.
You can hear a smile. It brings energy into the room.
You're actually not allowed to tell people to smile.
Now I'm smiling for real. Now I fake smiled, and now it's just a real smile.
Wow.
I feel better.
Good.
That's great.
I didn't know you were going through anything there.
Listen, I gotta work up to them. I can't just smile. Take a little bit of a running jump. Welcome to the show. It is September the 16th, 2019, episode 289 of the Talking Reckless podcast.
Wait, what?
What?
It's not 298. I think we're 12 away from 300.
I think we said it was 298 at
That's
the
why
end
we were-
of the... Okay.
Yeah,
So
I think I
excited.
fucked it up in Tron.
We
You
were
know
so
what?
excited.
It's not going to line up as well as we thought with the fucking Hallows Eve.
Might line up
No.
better though with something else.
Christmas?
It might be 3 weeks after Christmas.
Or
Flying
the
canoe
week
weekend.
of.
Flying Canoe Festival. That's
Every
right.
weekend is Flying Canoe Festival.
It's true.
Welcome to the show. It's Matt Eads, Kevin Byer, Bryce Zinnick. You got to say something so people know to identify the name of the voice.
Hello, I am Kevin Byer. This is my voice.
But you said Kevin talked after my name, so that's just very
Yeah,
confusing.
you're right. Take it from the top.
Go.
Take it from
Alright,
the top.
starting over.
Strap
Starting
it.
over.
All right, this is Matthew Eads.
This is Kevin Byer.
This is Bryce Zinnick.
This is Brandon Lynn.
And you're listening to Talking Reckless 289. Pew, 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 pew. Like toilet flush.
That was great. We should
I
do
was
that
gonna
every
do like
time.
I was going to do like the smoke machine sound, but then I thought you would just think it was electric static.
Somebody moved a cable. Oh, God.
Smoke machines don't really make
When they like
the
blast,
normal
though.
amount of
I
sound.
shouldn't say, like smoke pyro.
Yeah,
should
I
say,
knew
where
what
it's
you
like,
meant. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the time when you're in the area where there's a chance for the sound of the smoke pyro to go, there's like loud music also happening.
Clearly, you have never been the tester of smoke pyro.
I have had many parties in my house where a smoke machine has been brought. So
That's a
That's
smoke
like-
machine, though. That's
that's
not
like
smoke
a
pyro.
that's
Bucket of
true.
dried
I guess
ice.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Bucket of dried ice.
I don't remember what it was for, but for some reason,
All your roommates' birthdays.
maybe.
Yeah, it was
don't know.
just a weekend, and they wanted to
I
fill
think
the
it was a-
bubble fort with
No,
smoke.
that was a different time. We never filled the bubble fort with smoke.
Oh, thank
The
goodness.
suffocation chamber? The thing that was like literally just miles of plastic sheeting that you climbed in, and if it ever collapsed, you would die?
No, we had one of those ground level fans circling air into it.
But if anything ever failed and like the plastic collapsed, you'd
I
be
mean,
like,
we are stronger than plastic.
Everyone
I
has
feel
to
like
pull
the
out.
saran wrap. You could rip right through there.
Everyone
no
has to pull
problem.
out their safety knives that they got on it and spit so you know which way is up or down and cut your way out.
But yeah, my entire top floor was completely filled with smoke for just a weekend.
That's pretty cool.
It was very hard to move around.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
Yeah, I think that was the same day that we put black like construction paper over all the walls so we could have a paint party, and we all brought neon paints and painted every wall in the house, and then turned on the black lights in the smoke machine, and then had a dance party.
Nice.
How, like, the cops must have showed up during the process of this smoke
Surprisingly,
leaving.
of all the crazy shit, the cops have only ever done drive-bys here. They have never actually stopped and got out and complained to us.
If I was a neighbor, I'd
That
be
was
like, there's a fucking lab in that house.
That was at this house?
Yeah,
Oh shit, I was thinking old house.
Yeah.
The cops have never ever
cops have never shown up here.
really.
No.
Wow.
Like when I was a kid and me and my brother would have parties at my parents' house, like I swear to God, the cops have shown up to that house like 15 to 20 times. And even at this place where my one next door neighbor is kind of a mean individual.
And sometimes
Well
we
said.
play Rock Band loud late into the evenings.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually really
Bitch.
surprised that I can't say
What if they're
that.
listening right now? Just a brick comes through the
Yeah.
side window.
That's probably why the cops haven't been called yet, because if they do show up, they'll find all the surveillance equipment that's in here that she's planted.
I more like we're streaming live was more what I was.
Oh,
But also
yeah.
cameras in here as
Okay,
well. Yeah.
Your statement makes slightly more sense than mine does.
I am like genuinely shocked. I mean, I guess there's not that many of us ever, but like we get pretty loud sometimes,
Yeah.
pretty late. Good for
We
them.
have Voices of Angels, though, so they
Yeah.
probably just enjoy the singing.
That's right. They're probably
Big
like
fans.
recording it and making millions off it behind our backs.
Yeah.
Spotify remixes.
We did have that one rock band party during Flying Canoe Festival, and I think it was Warren was outside having a smoke out front, and the front window was open. So as people were walking by for the Flying Canoe Festival, they were like stopping and like looking in the window.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it would get so hot down here, we have to prop those things open.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, we'll do it again this year. It's been a while since we played Rock Band.
yeah, get it in.
Hell yeah. We'll get a loud. We'll try and get the cops called on us maybe one
Yeah.
time.
Maybe get an amp.
At least one.
And let me tell you, I've apparently have the greatest luck with cops ever. Tune into the Tron if you want to hear that story.
Oh yeah, shit. If you want to hear about Kevin getting arrested, patreon.com/talkingrecklesspodcast is how you get access to all that fun stuff.
We should do a rock band show on Kevin's roof.
Ooh.
I'm just thinking about how steep it is. I think we could probably do it.
It is one of those like tiered roofs, so there is like a middle section that you could have the rock band party
Yeah,
in
totally.
where there's 0%, well, I mean not 0%, but a small percent chance of falling off the roof.
We could put up some.
So we're all on the same
I
page.
don't know.
Yeah.
We could tie
Okay.
ourselves to like. There's probably a chimney or something. We could tie ourselves to the chimney or like a stack up there or
just
something.
put like
We could
one of
Yeah,
those
something like that.
rock climbing clips on
Exactly.
your waist belt harness.
whoever's on the mic can like just tie a little loop around their waist, so if they go over the cable, we'll catch
Yeah.
them. And
And then we
Just,
can
like,
we can
do
all play
fucking
the
swings while you fucking came in like a wrecking ball. Just
we can all play the jump off the roof and see who doesn't hit the ground game.
Yay.
oh fuck, one of us has superpowers.
oh man, I played some video games this week.
What?
Golly, tell me about them.
Let's talk about Life is Strange episode 4. I don't think I've talked about it yet, but I played it a few weeks ago now.
I also played that game.
What do you think about Life is Strange episode 4?
I have liked all 4 episodes
Uh-huh.
this season. I've liked all 9 episodes across 2 seasons, but
Okay.
this was probably my least favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like by a big margin for me. I was
I would
by
say.
the end of this episode, I was. It just felt like we were maybe just retreading old ground in a way that I don't.
So,
I was out of it.
I didn't think we were retreading old. Like I didn't think they had ever done what they were doing here specifically. But this season has really felt like a checklist of like, what are the big political issues in America today? So it was like, I remember in episode 1 where it started with, here's the left-wing blogger against the right-wing store clerk racist guy. And then ever since there, it's been kind of episode of like, let's talk about having open carry guns. Let's talk about religion's role in all this. Let's talk. And it's very much like, oh yeah, I know you're the bad guys just because I know where this whole game is coming from. But
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like episode 4 to me, it just felt so rote in a way that like, and it's hard to talk about those spoiling, but in a way that like you meet new characters and just very cynically you're like, I bet this is this guy's gimmick, and it turns out that is that guy's gimmick. Or
So
like,
is-
I bet this guy's doing this, and it turns out that guy's doing that.
Is it like more you're picking on things that happened up like in the first game, so it's like similar to the first game, or like the other episodes in this season?
Other episodes in this season, like I'm talking mostly about season 2, enclosed in its own little,
Yeah.
like considering them completely separately, they're so fucking different in
Yeah.
tone and like they are kind of walk around and talk to folks games is kind of where the similarities end.
season 2 seems very broad in the message they're trying to send, whereas
Yeah.
season 1 didn't really feel like there was a message in season 1. It felt like this very small,
Yeah, it's
It's all about
isolated.
love, man.
It was maybe more about love than anything
Totally,
else.
it was
but
season 1 was like an episode of Twilight Zone almost, and
Yeah.
the message was like, you can't change your fate.
yeah,
Like destiny is destiny, full stop.
yeah.
And
What? You change your fate all the time in that game.
That's what it's all about. You fucking rewind, get a new fate.
yeah, and then you see how it plays out at the end.
It's usually worse.
I don't know. Season 2, like episode 3 left me on this like high is not the right word for it. But at the end of episode 3, I was like, wow, this is incredible. The things this is weird and oh my goodness. And then episode 4, it was like from the highest of highs to the lowest of
Yeah,
lows.
I think one of the problems with episode 4 was episode 3 was my favorite so far this season. And I think it is because it got back to that like more social aspect where it was just like, it's just you and like 8 fucking runaways, like telling jokes about the campfire and fucking deciding if you're going to have another beer before bed.
Real banger of an ending. For me, like particularly the end of episode 3, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. I guess you gotta have a least favorite though. Always, right?
Yeah. And I feel like if I'm ever going to give leeway to an episode, it's usually the penultimate one.
Totally.
Where it's like they're setting something up.
Two or 4, you usually expect to maybe be a little soft.
Yeah.
They also, I think they take so fucking long between episodes right now. It's like 4 months, more than 4 months sometimes, where I do not remember a damn thing that happened in the previous episode.
So there's a Jacob. I'll just refer to him by name. I don't know if you know him. He's the kid that kind of comes back and reintroduces you to someone.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Kind of puts the call in.
Yep. Had no idea. Who
I had no idea who he was, and he was in the last episode. But he was like my least favorite character in episode 3. And then I kept getting like you were kind of corresponding to him by letter, and it was just like, yeah, this is Jacob. This guy's here, and I'm like, Jacob. I fucking get on Google.
Yeah, I'm like, I
like,
thought that was the big fat guy, the big fat blogger that you
and
met.
then even
no, that's not him.
Even when I Googled him and like his face showed up, I was like, did I meet you? Who are you?
Yeah, it was, and like there are even characters who like were involved directly in the ending of episode 3. They leave you with some characters, and even those characters, they're like, oh, this guy's over here, and like got to him and was like, were you in episode 3? And like, yeah, you were just with him. Like, if you played them back to back, you were with him 1 minute ago. Mm-hmm. But because there's so much time between the episodes, I lose a lot of it. Where they're like, I wonder what this person's doing. Who?
No.
What? I don't know. It's okay. I still like season 1. I think we'll see how it ends. I guess obviously, but season 1 for me.
Season 1 was a banger.
Yeah.
Is there any connective tissue between?
There's a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's very little.
I thought it's just fake superpowers.
You
and that's
could
about it.
you could 1,000,000% play this without playing season 1.
Yeah,
though.
totally.
Like there's nothing. Not like I think it's probably collectively 2 or 3 lines that whole thing with none that had really any impact. But it was just like, hey, this is where that fucking town used to be.
Yeah, they just acknowledged that weird shit that happened in 1 actually happened in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So presumably there are other people with powers out there.
But I haven't seen a single character that was in both.
It was the Altered World event that happened in I can't remember the name of the town now.
Arcadia
Bay. That's right. There's probably some kind of an altered item. Max is probably a prime candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Almost certainly.
So you think 5 will tie the two together more
No.
cohesively?
No.
Or it's
No,
just-
no.
It was the fucking Polaroid camera.
Oh shit. You're right. Actually,
It brings hurricanes.
no, I don't think they'll tie them together. It would be. It would
probably be bad if they did
it would be way too out of nowhere, and like it would rely on you playing the first game.
I call it 2.
That's a very good question,
I
actually.
think just because it is like the same world and the exact same mechanics, and there is a superhero connection. Like
It's like an
I feel you give that a subtitle instead of a 2.
you totally could.
They're like it's like Final Fantasy. You know, they're anthologies, except they're
No, they're
more
all
connected than
connected.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Well, some of the Final Fantasies are.
Yeah, a lot of them are
All of them are.
in kind of blocks.
Are they? Do they all? But like some of them take place in totally separate universes.
Yeah,
that,
not all of
that
them are
don't
connected,
touch.
No,
I thought they went back and they're totally all together.
I mean that might be true.
Might-
It's like the Legend of Zelda story.
Yeah,
where they went
exactly
back and were like, there's a way that these all connect. We're writing it right now.
Yeah,
Ignore these 4 facts that we put in our games to make it work.
magic
Yeah.
ties it all together.
Life is Strange. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah,
It's-
it is.
it's-
Like I said, I still had a totally, I might not have been as sour on it as you, but I had a totally enjoyable time, but could clearly see it was the weakest of this season.
Yeah. So let's talk about Control, because we're kind of already talking about it.
Yes!
I'm having trouble not talking about Control.
Me too.
For everything I'll say, someone brought this up last week. There's a series I keep talking about called The Lost Room. It is on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, first of all, do you know we have a free Twitch sub? You can come use over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/talkingrecklesspodcast. Helps support the streams of the podcast. Thank you very much. And secondly, that means you get it for free. So go watch The Lost Room. God, it's so good. God, it is just. It's like they fucking watched it and then made Control, where like the items in the room are called objects of power, and like they're sometimes.
So is that not a concept that transcends Control? Like,
It totally is. Yeah,
that is
totally.
Okay.
It is very much like a Twilight Zone is maybe the first incarnation of it. I don't really know.
It's more of a
It's kind of a genre unto
pop culture
itself,
concept.
almost.
More,
Yeah. But I finished The Lost Room. It's so fucking good.
It is something like the If you think of stuff like X-Files and Twin Peaks and this, it is definitely something that everything that you could say, oh, this is like this is one of these. I've not ingested any of those.
Lost Room, maybe a great place to start. It's very
Maybe.
short, only 6 episodes, real easy watching. Real, like, they get really random with their items, which I think is super fun. The watch cooks an egg. The wristwatch, if you wrap it around an egg, it cooks an egg. Just eggs, nothing else. Nobody knows how they figured that out, but they did.
That would be great. I would love that wristwatch.
The pencil, you tap it, it makes a penny. Some dude tapped it, made $500 a day, I think, until he went crazy from tapping the pencil all day, every day. But if you combine the pencil and the wristwatch, something else happens, and it's so fucking good.
Seriously, the bank is gonna have some serious questions when you're coming into the bank every day with $500 worth of rolled pennies.
So, is it making pennies? It's probably, well, who knows? Is it pulling pennies from other places in the world? Maybe it's teleporting pennies to you, random pennies.
I mean,
in order of minting, maybe, or something.
Whichever way you look at it,
maybe the wristwatch.
The bank is going to be
cooked
confused
egg.
at the guy who comes in.
That's right.
With 50,000 pennies every day.
The wristwatch is just doing the old swap cooked egg for raw egg. I love it.
Someone on the other end is just like,
that's weird.
My egg.
Yeah. It used to be cooked.
Uncooked itself.
Went to do that thing where you like roll it to get the shell off. And just
That'd be funny.
Control is a game about weird items and goings-ons.
I don't know what's happening fully at all yet.
Nope.
How far are you?
In the main story, I sort of they talk about like the big event that you kind of kicked it all off in your history.
Yep.
I have started to explore that.
Okay.
I went to a dump.
You went to a dump.
You ever gone to like a good landfill, like a dump?
No, I don't think so. I just met another major character. A bald one.
He's a bald one? Yeah, I'm a little bit after that.
Okay.
I met him and talked to him a bit, and he's got lots of dialogue also. Make sure you talk to him like 26 times because he'll have new shit
like
to
in
say.
a row?
Yeah.
Or just every now and then?
I did it in a row, and he had enough new stuff that there's like 4 or 5 times where like, he's got to be done by now. Yeah. And he starts another one. He's like, this line is starting slightly differently. I'm like, he's got another one. Yeah, he's got lots of good dialogue.
Yeah, I think technically it's mission 7 that I'm in the middle of, which is a little over halfway done the game, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I might have a ways more to go than I thought. Because I'm just a little behind you. I felt like I was getting
a little
done.
ahead of me.
Or a little ahead of you, yeah.
Okay. I ran into a situation where I kind of found it kind of pointed me in the direction of a side quest while I was doing a main quest, the fridge. Yeah. And then from the fridge, I've just been doing side quests and spent an entire evening for like 6 hours doing side stuff. They kept popping up and
they're so good.
Yeah,
they're all so
on a night
good.
that I was like, if I really worked hard, I bet you I could finish this campaign today. Didn't do a single mission.
Yeah, I found an area, a side mission where I'm encountering enemies that are level 9.
Oh fuck!
And like my story enemies are level 3 and 4 right now.
Ooh. Oh shit!
So I might have a ways to go yet.
Yeah.
Do you have a level, or is it just enemies
you
have
don't
levels?
Really have a level, but you have a ability tree that you can upgrade that doesn't actually correspond to a number. But I think probably if you're facing level 9, you want a more filled out tech tree.
There's like hidden, and you're getting stats upgrades for your guns and things. Like there is a hidden level in there somewhere. Boy, I don't really even know what to say about it. How's it run on the Xbox?
Not well.
Okay.
I think I was prepared for worse. It runs so when you pause it or enter a menu. When the first about 5 seconds after you come out of the menu, it's less than 10 frames a second. So don't pause it when you're fighting.
Yeah. That's
very important. Other than that, when it like just got going, even when I was throwing a lot of shit, it was dipping, but it wasn't. It was like, oh, this is totally fine.
Yeah,
this is not affecting my experience. This is not making it so I can't catch fucking rockets that are being shot at me with my telekinesis. This is totally fine. But then every now and then something would happen, and I'd like reflexively pause it, like to check my phone or something. And then those first 5 seconds when you unpause it, it's like you're like spinning the camera, and it just stops, and you can like hear the explosion hit you, but you haven't seen it yet. And then it's really bad.
Yikes!
But it's totally like I'm gonna 100% get through it because I think I've pushed it to see how bad it can get, other than that pause situation where I'm just throwing everything that explodes and ripping shit off walls and throwing it at everything. And it definitely slows down, but fucking so did the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, sure. Touche. Have
Too
you
many sprites on the screen.
have you used the charge mode?
Yeah.
With those 3 rockets on PC, that thing shoots 10 billion particles. Like it sucks everything in, so
Yeah.
it already pulls all the objects in the level to it and then shoots them everywhere.
Yeah.
And my frame rate goes to like 4
I don't.
when I use that
maybe
thing.
I haven't done the triple, like the big charge yet.
Yeah. It might also be. I would assume the console versions are just probably less
They
particles and
must
less,
have had to
less
take some of it
things.
out because it doesn't look great.
Oh, on PC, like on PC, it feels like this is a game meant for next gen, and it's too
Yeah.
bad that it happened to come out just before the next gen because
Right.
on new hardware, which I'm sure they will release it. Holy cow, does it look incredible on PC?
Yeah, so part of me wonders if they, well, doesn't even wonder. They must have taken a lot off the graphics end of it to kind of make it run better on an Xbox, which is
Yeah.
a trade-off that I will do, because if this is what they had to do to even get it running as well as it was, then I'm like, it's fine. This game's just not going to look great.
That's really too bad. It looks so good on PC. Like
Yeah.
it is one of the best looking games ever. The faces and just the way the people look is so incredible.
That said, like the art and the big red lights in rooms and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
that still looks really striking and everything. It's just not. I just can't see my reflection in the floor as well.
Yeah, I mean, no, I can't see it that well on PC.
Yeah.
I can see it, but not that well. I think there is. So for every single object in the game, I'm like 99% sure there's a file because I found most of them. That was one of my biggest questions was because they show you a bunch. You just see items like in they're locked up, which I think we're not supposed to do. If you treat the objects like prisoners, of course they're going to try to break out. Of course they're going to act like prisoners. Someone said to me in that game.
Just let them roam free.
Yeah, and you gotta sing to them every now and again, and some like being touched, and some don't like being touched.
Some you just
and-
gotta watch.
Yeah.
As long as you're watching them, nothing bad will happen.
I mean,
Yep.
if you were an egg that could, or a watch that could cook eggs, and you were never getting to cook eggs, I would be disappointed.
I would be very
Totally.
disappointed.
There's a way out of that fridge situation that they don't use in the game that really bothers me. Where I really can't talk about doing any. It's not super spoilery, but
No.
there are 2 sets of eyes there. When you meet that, you got to stare at the fridge, or something will happen. We don't know what. Nobody knows what. You just have to stare at the fridge. And a dude has been up there for like days or whatever. It's like, oh please God, I can't keep looking. Help me! And you're there, and you have to like do a thing before. You're like, I'll come back. Just hold tight, buddy. You can do this.
Yep.
Why didn't you just stand there and be like, hold your eyes up, be like, okay, take 2 minutes. I'm good. I got this. I'm gonna stare at the fridge for 2 minutes. You blink. Okay, you're good. All right, now
think-
keep looking at the fridge. I'll go do my thing and come right back.
I think at that first point there was a belief with me that even if he got out, if one of us wasn't looking at the fridge, bad shit was going to go down.
Yeah, we're
Not
just giving him a
specifically-
break. We're just let him blink for a few because he's been in there for like 60 hours or something.
I mean,
I
don't.
guess it would have been nice to give him a break.
But come on, you give him that break. He's not looking at the fridge again. He's closing his eyes and he's
probably
leaving
fucking
you to
leave.
look at that fridge.
And then
Well,
we're-
he can't even- he's
I
not-
have way more important shit to do than he does.
He's sealed in the room. You can't even get into the room at that point. He literally can't get out of the fridge room.
I mean, I would just still turn around and fall
You
asleep.
can't. If we don't know what'll happen. It'll deviate, they say. The object will deviate.
I don't know
But
what
if
it means, but it was scary.
If you're looking
It was
at the
really scary, actually.
Could you walk in front of him?
I can't tell you.
Yeah.
That scene, you do see how that scene plays out.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
It's very good. All the objects are so good. There's like 2
I want to know what's up
don't
with the
know.
rubber duck.
I know the duck.
I know what the duck does. I just want to.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of the duck.
Yeah, you'll. It's yeah. You see the duck. The duck is in that one room.
I've seen
There's
the
like
duck.
there's a tape where they're like, we tried burning it and electrocuting it and pouring
There's got to be
acid
a
on
way.
it.
There's got to be a way to
and
get in there, though.
Keep playing.
fucking
Do all.
I
I
want
will.
that duck.
I will say. I think it is totally worth pulling up a guide to the side stuff before you're done and just like check off all that. Make sure you got all
Make
the
sure
side
I got
missions.
everything, yeah.
Because some of that stuff it's not hidden super well, but just the nature of the house is hard to find some of those areas.
Well, and I think some of it is you need to go there after a certain mission. So
Yeah.
sometimes there are times where I'll like have an entire area swept, and I'll be like, good, I never have to come back here unless another mission takes me here. And then no other mission will take you there. But if you go back there again after, so there might be someone new who will give you a side
Yeah,
mission. So.
it's very Metroidvania of like, oh, there's blue gas and I can't get through it, and then later you get the ability to go through blue gas and go back and see what's through there. It's so good. I love it.
I will tell you right now, one of my favorite stylistic things in any video game in my entire history of video games is when you walk into a new room and that fucking sting plays where the name of the room pops up in white brick letters, the same font as Control, and fills the whole screen.
Yep.
And you're still like walking behind it. Like,
And the text
it's
is
just
like a little too close together, so the letters kind of merge on the bottoms.
yeah, and it's just like, boom.
It's so good.
Like it feels like almost like the sting that would start a like TV drama where it just goes like
it reminds
right
me
after a dramatic moment.
There's a show that totally does something so similar. I think it's on HBO or something that of course maybe Barry or something where it's like it's just intro, something happens and then just smacks the title like right up there and it's just there for a second and then gone.
Yeah. So good.
Did they do that in The Boys? They do some good.
Yeah,
it's not quite
The Boys,
as...
it's usually like they put it in a really cool spot on the screen, like over someone's shoulder.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
not quite as stark.
And then they usually hit like some big rock and roll track or something.
It's a real those title things that they do in Control though are incredible.
Yeah. Every time it happened, I was just like giggling.
It's like a real big bass hit too. I bet if you had a subwoofer, you'd feel it.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. We got to find a way. I would like to talk about this more at Game of the Year. We got to find a way for some folks to play it. I also think it is just super duper fun to play. I think all those abilities are great. I think all those gun modes are super fucking satisfying.
I was telling Warren between the sword combat in Sekiro and the force powers in this, they have all the tools to make the ideal Jedi game.
Were you here a few months ago on the podcast when Respawn said that
Yes.
Jedi Fallen Order is basically going to be like it's going to use a lot of the mechanics from Sekiro?
So I'm on.
We're so close.
We're so close to the perfect Jedi game.
You probably won't be able to fly in Jedi Fallen Order.
That seems fine. Flying just breaks things.
No, well, yeah, you think it
You're
does,
not wrong.
yeah, but they give it to you, and then you're like, this is too powerful.
Yeah, when they give it to you, you're like, fuck, now it feels like I have to go to every room and
Totally.
re-explore everything because I
And
can fly.
Some of these spaces go up for what seem like miles.
Yeah.
It's such a good game.
I
really can't say enough good stuff about it.
So the world is shifting. Is
The
that true?
house is no, the house doesn't shift as you play. No.
Okay,
No.
that's what I was wondering because I was like, I think I heard that in on maybe this show and on other podcasts and even just promotional material about this. It's like, oh, the oldest house is always shifting. It's easy to get lost, and I was waiting for like parts of the map to like go to different places, and it never happened. I was
they
like,
don't seem to do
oh,
that. But in fiction, it's supposed to shift. Like, say,
Right.
it was briefly connected to the New York subway lines in the 60s for some fucking reason. And, like, it's the house itself changes. Or maybe it's just undiscovered parts of it. It's so fascinating.
And
I love it.
The threshold stuff is really cool where it's like, well, in these specific rooms, we're kind of going into a different dimension.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this one's full. We had to seal this one off because it is literally filling with clocks. And it would have flooded our universe with clocks if we didn't seal it up.
Is that where the maze is?
No.
Have you been to the maze?
I got a story mission for the maze. You'll hit the maze.
I've been to the maze.
The
but
ashtray maze?
Yeah, but I didn't. I couldn't get through it.
Oh, it is. My story mission now is investigate the ashtray maze. I'm like, ashtray maze?
I got there, but I didn't have any mission for it, and I was like running around. And I was like, well, this is clearly fucking impossible. I'm leaving.
I don't think I've seen it. No, it's man.
It's like
gotta finish that game.
visually, it's very cool.
Yeah, I've heard. I've seen some
ashtray
tweets about the
maze.
ashtray maze.
Yeah.
I really love it. It's a great game.
Fucking
we
janitor.
gotta talk about something else.
Best new character.
I know. Yes. Also, my quest is called a Finnish Tango or something, so I think he might show back up. I think I might get this. He's a good man. He told me not to go as the pepper grows, and I said, "Word, Ati, I know what that means."
Mr. Janitor.
The way he so seamlessly flows between ununderstandable Finnish and like barely understandable like English like references and turns of phrase where you're like, what about the skin and the bunny? What did you say?
Don't use your head as a third leg or something. It's okay, Ati, I won't.
But then like halfway through saying it, he just goes into Finnish, and you're like, oh, fucking a few more English words, I might have understood what you were saying.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's good. Also, the player character is very good.
Yeah, the performances, the characters, I really cannot say enough good shit about Control.
It's a lot of like her outwardly talking to someone and then them talking back and then her like monologuing in her head like, well, this person's fucking stupid.
It's kind of monologuing. She's actually talking to a
Yes.
presence that might be you, the player. You're not really sure,
Right.
but she's talking to some weird ghost spirit with her. Very much like Deadly Premonition, where we get a cup of coffee, Zach. We should get a cup of coffee, weird video game player. Let's do it.
Fantastic game.
Yeah, really good.
Can't say enough good things.
We got to get in some more hands. Wow. It's hard not to talk about. I'm going to finish it this week for sure.
Did y'all get physical copies or?
No, I fucking
On the PC, do they?
Nobody
I
has.
no,
TV
in a
drives.
box.
no.
Nobody.
I was gonna
In a
say
Walmart.
I don't have a DVD or a Blu-ray drive on my PC, and no word of a lie, I would not even. Could I go to EB and get a physical
Yeah.
PC copy of Control?
Oh, Control. I have no idea.
I don't. I
Maybe.
wouldn't actually think so.
Not computer games.
I feel like Walmart still has a lot of computer games on their shelves.
Yeah.
It depends.
I feel like
a
only
lot.
the really-
some games you can still get.
Roller
PC.
Coaster Tycoon. There's been a Roller Coaster
Oh, yeah.
Tycoon on
Oh,
the shelf of Walmart ever since the first time I went in one.
That's the same one that you just see every year.
Yeah.
They find a way to
2004.
move
Yeah.
it to different stores when they see you coming.
Yeah, probably it's one copy, and they
It's
just
one of those objects of power.
It's
Yeah.
going to become if we all think about it in the public consciousness enough, that copy of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
What would it be? What would its power be?
So
Something
To
stupid.
you can
transport
never-
to every Walmart so that
yeah,
everybody
I guess
sees
so.
the same
Yeah.
copy.
You can never a good object of power. You can never guess what the power is. It is completely arbitrary and
Yeah,
random.
but as people who acknowledge that this concept is not real, we
Yeah.
could say what would be a good one.
I think it would be.
It should just start everything on fire.
It would sublimate ice. If you touch it to ice, it would just. It would sublimate the ice.
That would be terrifyingly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Some objects of power are really powerful, and they discovered it when global warming doesn't exist. It's all the fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon copy that is
Damn it.
melting the ice caps.
Damn it.
Oh.
Somebody threw it into Antarctica. What else did you play, Brando? What else you been up to?
That was kind of it.
Yeah.
Creature in the Well. I started playing. It's okay.
It's a little pinball-y kind of.
Yeah, it's a little kind of walk into a room and a little cannon's going to shoot a ball at you, and you have a whacking stick and
Okay.
a charge stick, which basically the whacking stick works just like a baseball bat. They shoot the ball at you. You hit the ball at like basically pinball fucking score bumpers, or you have a charge one where you can kind of hold the ball there while you're whacking it. And and kind of angle to wherever you want to hit the ball, and then smack it with your bat. It seems cool in concept, if not as much in execution.
Yeah.
Like I got through a few kind of the major rooms and just was immediately like the whole time I was like, oh, this is cool. But someone who liked pinball probably really liked this game, and I was like, I could put this down anytime.
Yeah.
And fucking not come back ever again.
Is it on Game Pass or was that a? Was
It
that
was
a
on
buy
Game
one?
Pass.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
check
probably
that
wouldn't
out.
have played it otherwise.
Yeah.
But that's
You got
it.
anything
No,
else?
you played everything I played.
Yeah, I also played a little Red Dead Online. New update.
I saw you playing.
PvP?
I saw you playing that on Xbox, and it said you were doing some sort of like roaming mission in some city, and I thought it was the campaign.
Oh.
And I was like, Matt,
What's
you
he
funny.
doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Playthrough number 3?
Yeah.
They added the roles. It's their big summer update. So they added 3 roles, ROLES. You can be a trader, a bounty hunter, or a collector. Traders, it just gives you a reason to hunt, basically. You go out, you can hunt, you can fish, you can bring your stuff back, and it turns into money, and you kind of upgrade your camp, and you can get... you're buying upgrades with it where like I got a stew pot so now everyone can eat the stew and we all get a health bonus for today, or like a lot of it's just aesthetic where oh look we got a fancy like more seats around the fire, we got a bench by the fire now so
Ooh.
2 people can sit by the fire.
Moving up in the world.
The bounty hunter ones are a little more structured. They're like actual missions where you are getting kind of different scenarios of like bringing back dead or alive. We had one where we had to like we had to tie one of us up on the tracks or something, the train tracks, to make the train stop and then take over the train. So they're a little bit more like kind of traditional sort of Red Dead missions.
I think I would just lay there.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd wanna get tied up.
I think I had to be. And the mission made it sound like you had to get tied up.
No, I mean, if I was the cowboy planning the heist,
Yeah.
I would be like, why don't you just like pretend you're passed
Yeah.
out or something?
Or you
And
can
then
just
you
lie
can-
this
and
rope
then if the
on my
guys-
arms.
Yeah.
Right, they're on a train.
Right. If the train doesn't look like it's going to stop, then at least you can get up.
Yeah. Thankfully, the train did stop. And like that stuff seems cool. The collector stuff, I think you are just getting maps and finding collectibles around the world. I wasn't crazy about the collector path, but it gives you a reason to play, and it gives you another avenue to level up your character instead of just going and doing the PvP, which fucking sucks. What the fuck? Like literally every single combat encounter, and not just me. I was playing with a group of 3 other people. 2 other people, I don't remember. Some other people. And every single combat encounter we got into, whether it's just that enemies are like way higher level than us or what, They were just killing us with one shot, not headshots. It was just one shot. We were dead. It was like, oh, they have a Litchfield repeater. I need to be rank 38 or go spend $50 of real money to get that.
Should have done it.
Yeah.
Well, but the problem is I don't know if it's the gun or like they might have abilities that are equipped that make them do more damage. It just feels like I cannot hang at all in PvP. And also, when you die, you spawn just right beside someone. So we ended up in a situation where whatever we were trying to do, rob a carriage or whatever. Someone came and fucked with us or whatever happened, shot me dead. I respawned, he 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 shot me dead. Eventually, I pressed the fucking parlay button, which gives you 10 minutes of break of that. And it's that I don't like the competitive gunplay in Red Dead at all. I might say it's fucking bad.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a whole lot of good is coming out of Red Dead Online at all.
I think
on the large.
Yeah, the updates is totally a step in the right direction. Like I actually had a lot of fun playing, just doing missions. It's just more missions to do. It's just a little more Red Dead to play online, and you are getting progression. You are leveling up in a way. They're like, oh, now I got the fishing lure. That's fun.
So can you do, like for the roles, do you pick one or can you do all three of them?
You're not locked into one. You have to pay a gold fee, the premium currency, to unlock each of them. If you've been playing since
Who are the
launch,
real fucking outlaw robbers here?
Yeah.
It's fucking rock stars who...
If you've been playing since launch, you do have enough gold because their online was so shitty for so long. They just kept giving folks gold. So you do have enough, just enough. It turns out, barely enough to get all three. I think if you have Twitch Prime or something, you can get one of them for free. But that, I don't know. It's fun to play. At the same time, to me, it still all feels so fucking skeezy. And wouldn't it be better if you just spent a little money? Maybe.
Sounds like it would be.
Can't you do that all on your own? Do you need to participate with other players at all?
I don't, but do I want to just... I'll just go play the single player if I'm just going to get out there and just do some hunting for no reason.
Yeah.
I'll go do a legendary hunt
Get
in the
those
single player and
birds.
have fun.
Like, that's probably what I would do if I went back to Red Dead.
Yeah, playing it with folks is fun. Like I wouldn't mind getting in there with Warren or something. And like we stole a train and we were driving our train around and just shooting animals from the train and then throwing the corpses onto the train, which is a real fucking process, but you can make it work. And so we just loaded up the corpse train with like 80 bodies. It was like 5, but because it's really hard to get the corpses onto the actual train.
Right.
And then just drove our corpse train back by our camp and unloaded everything to the camp. And like we had some fun.
That's all right.
Yeah, totally.
That's being a cowboy. That's what being a cowboy is.
We fucking
corpse trains.
We saw somebody else trying to deliver their goods to town, and we got in there and robbed them or whatever.
See, now you're being mean.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Actually,
This is what the people were doing to you.
I think we got in there and tried to rob them, and they killed us. We're like, this is dumb. Let's stop doing this.
With their level 38 $50 guns.
This reminds me of probably all of these, but this reminds me specifically of that rare pirate game,
Sea of Thieves.
Where it was just like, people would just come to your boat and fucking shoot you, and then you'd go onto a ghost ship, which was basically like a loading screen for going back to the real world, and then they'd stick you back on your ship. They just kill you again.
Yep.
Over and over again.
A lot like that.
Same thing.
A lot like that. There's somebody I was even playing with was, I think, word for word, like, this is like fucking Sea of Thieves.
It's like fucking World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, you spawn at a graveyard. You gotta walk your ass back.
Well, sometimes the walk's real short.
Sometimes, if you're lucky.
Or if you're a night elf.
25% shorter. You can play. What's everybody else been doing?
I've been playing World of Warcraft.
Speak of the devil.
Shit.
I just threw
Tell
up
me
there.
about that walk from the graveyard.
Yeah, that's right. I got killed a little earlier today.
When I walked in, you were walking back from a graveyard.
Yeah, so I got killed by some horde.
Ooh, bad
That's
form.
There were these two guys who were following me, a priest and a mage.
Cowards.
I was running away for quite some time, and then a druid came out of nowhere and just slowed me down, and then it was bad
RKO'd
news.
the shit out of you.
I tried to fight all 3 of them after that, but didn't work out too well. Almost killed one of them, but
Yeah.
Impressive.
Horde sucked. I died a lot to Horde that last day I was playing too.
yeah.
What's the horde?
It's the other faction. We're the alliance. We're the good guys.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone thinks they're the good guys.
In like classic WoW lore, there's no good guys anymore, but we were the good guys. Once upon a time, it was very much orcs were bad invaders, humans were good defenders.
Yeah, I mean, just stay out of our territory. We'll be fine.
They took over our world because they fucking killed their own. Much in a like climate change almost story, they fucked up their Earth and then had to come take ours.
That's not that they came. The Legion brought the orcs.
Yes, what I'm saying, man. Big Petroleum brought fucking motorcycles into dirt, into where the orcs live.
Yep. Mine and
Look at us now. Look at us now. as Gul'dan's premium grade fuel. Know what I'm saying?
Delicious.
Let's pay more.
It's green.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Fuel up with Fel is what it says.
Nice.
That's
Big old fucking neon sign that you can see from space.
that's actually a kind of okay slogan.
Because his power is the Fel. Yeah, no, that's not bad at all. How's WoW Classic?
It's doing its thing.
It's numbing me to the world, I guess.
I haven't really decided if I'm having fun yet, or if it's just
Good game
the nostalgia of
of the WoW.
doing it all.
That's me when I watch Pokemon.
Fear of missing out.
Nah, I mean it's
FOMO.
this is the next like big step because I'm almost done like all the quests that I remember doing.
Mm-hmm.
So and then the next thing is like Stranglethorn Vale and doing stuff down there, which could be either really fun or really terrible.
Colin's having a hell of a time down there right now.
He's Horde.
No, it's still terrible for everyone.
No.
Yeah, it's still
less,
terrible for
Less
everyone.
terrible if you're not like outnumbered 5-1.
Let me tell you,
though.
it's really good when you're on a PvP server that has nobody playing on it.
Oh,
Because then nobody ganks you ever.
you're the fucking king.
Mistakes
So
were made.
we were on the Fairbanks server, which was a full server.
Hour and a half queues.
Yeah.
Literally every day.
I mean, depends on what time you log on. When I got home from work, it was either like 0 queue or like 10 minutes to 30 minutes. So
It's not bad.
it wasn't terrible, but obviously like weekends, if I was logging on at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh yeah,
or-
past
then
noon it was completely fucked.
Then it was just totally fucked.
Sometimes on the weekends, like it got up to like 3 hours. Like
Yeah.
it was long.
It was like a line at Disney World.
Yeah,
Even after the server boosts, like they doubled
Yeah.
the size and all that.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
devastating.
after.
really long.
But so we decided to make the jump to. They offered free server transfers. They only gave you one option for a server to go to, so we went to the Arcanite Reaper server. We got there, and yes, there is now no queue times. But there's also not a lot of people on.
Nope, not a lot of people at all. Couldn't we jumped over there? It was last night, right?
Yeah, last night.
In real time, and couldn't find a group for the activity
Gnome Rage
we wanted to
dungeon.
do for the Gnome Rage dungeon.
So where's the line between good queue times and enough people?
I mean, looking back, it's like we would much rather have the queue times.
I think
because-
so. Yes. In hindsight, I mean, it wasn't like we were transferred to a low pop server. All right. It was high in prime time, medium in low time, which seemed perfect. I'm like, oh, perfect. High, so no queue because above high is full, which is the queue, and medium that makes sense. People are in bed or whatever.
Yeah, just doing their thing.
And then we got on there and like it was just fucking Deadsville, Daddy-o, Deadsville. In a way that totally killed my spirit because we can't go back. Also, we have like that. You can't get back.
Yeah, no backsies.
No, so we're stuck there now.
But I mean, it also, we would just like, we could make friends. We could talk to people.
Maybe I don't think there's enough. I honestly don't think there's enough. Like it's going to be tough to find
Could
groups
make
there.
a friend.
We would have to make friends of every level range so that as we level up, we're like, hey, look at somebody do whatever, Mara at 40.
You just got to trust that everybody you make friends with will level up at the exact same pace you do.
It was a very stark change to like you couldn't swing a dead cat without finding a group on the full servers. They're very, very busy, and then it was like.
But I mean, you ran into the same problems that every server has. So like me, I'm a healer, so it doesn't really matter to me. Like most groups are looking for either a healer or a tank.
Couldn't do it last night.
Couldn't do it last night, no. But so yeah, like DPS kind of get screwed over because they have to wait for both of the other classes to show up.
They always have though.
But yeah,
you know what you're into.
even for me being one of the quote unquote desirable classes, like I still wait for. I was waiting for every group that I was in when I was on the other server.
Feels bad. It feels like your choice is either wait an hour and a half to play or don't find people to play with.
Yeah.
What do you play while you wait? What do you play while you wait? Anything? You just sit there looking at the fucking queue.
Phone.
Watch the counter go.
Either phone games or Magic Online.
Yeah.
I was an Underlords man.
You need a Switch. Let me tell you about the Switch.
But I did. I got back from holidays last Saturday. Played a little bit that night, and by a little bit, I mean like from 7 o'clock until 2 in the morning. So like 7 hours.
In the grand scheme
Christ.
of 1 to 60, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like,
A little
five-
bit.
3 levels.
5% of the time you're going to put in total.
Yeah. And then went to sleep. For some reason, only slept for 5 hours. Immediately woke up, had something to eat, went and visited the porch. and then did something that I swear to God I haven't done in 20 years. I played a video game for literally the entire day.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Was that WoW?
Yeah.
That sounds like
gross.
fun.
Oh, no.
7 a.m.
Gross.
until midnight.
Wow. You stop for meals? What are we talking here?
Yeah, no, obviously stopped for meals
Okay.
and you know, living
Porch breaks here
porch
and there.
breaks,
Yeah.
took a shower. Like, it's not like I sat there.
I can't. I
wallowed in my own filth.
the
as I
shower
played
part
this game.
honestly surprises me because well, it's the weekend, you know. You work Monday to Friday and you get Saturday Sunday off. You get home from work, you shower Friday night or whatever. I might not shower if I'm not going anywhere Saturday. I wouldn't shower on Saturday. Fuck that.
No, that's true.
Sit at home in my sweatpants or whatever.
Friday night, take a shower, and then if nothing's going on Saturday, I might not shower Saturday, but I'll shower Sunday morning because I'll wake up and it'll be like, whoo, I stink.
I like a good fucking evening shower.
Yeah.
Evening shower is way better than morning shower.
Yeah.
Go
I
a day without
I
a shower.
I shower in the morning when I'm working. But then on my days off, I usually shower like right around 5. Like I've kind of done, even if I haven't left the house. I've had 2 meals. I've cleaned the house. I'm kind of where I want to be for the playing the video games in the evening. I'll go fucking take a shower, throw on my PJs, and be like, now it starts.
Hell yeah.
I got some shit done today.
It's a nice little
I can
reset point.
Guilty free, play video games all the way till 2 a.m.
It's like Snake, mentally and physically refreshed.
That's right.
But yeah, like looking back, even when I went to bed that day, like lying in bed, ready to go to sleep, like thinking of what I just did for the last 17 hours, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Living your life.
It's a bad feeling, and and not to compare Sekiro at all to fucking WoW, because I think Sekiro's a good game.
Ooh,
Wow's a
on the
good
shots
game.
Well,
fired.
wow is
It's wild.
Do you think Sekiro might be one of the goodest games?
Of
the year.
I thought you hated it.
No, I don't think it's one of the goodest games of the year. But I think it's a good game. It's not a game for
It's
me.
well made.
Yes,
shall we
yeah,
say.
it is very. It is not a genre for me.
Yeah.
It is probably my favorite game in that genre. But even when I was playing that, and I just pour hours and hours, and at the end of the day, I'd put the controller down and be like, I didn't beat that boss that I set out to beat a few hours ago, and I would just think about it being like, what a colossal waste of my fucking time that was.
WoW is the only game for me that makes me question what am I doing with my life. I don't know what it is.
Destiny did it for me for a little while. When I got way into Destiny 1, before Destiny got way better, it was a lot of like putting that down in the day, being like, got all those fucking boxes checked off. I went up about 1/10 of a level on that 5 hours of playing.
That's the MMO loop.
Yeah.
When you're deep in it. What are you gonna rate? Like, do you ever ask yourself why? To what end?
I
are you gonna do?
I wanna at least hit 60. I mean, the plan is to hit 60. Who knows how it's gonna happen or if it's gonna happen?
Just maybe pay somebody cross seas, a little couple bucks.
Not again.
Hey, I got a lot of time, but so I'm getting paid to power level somebody.
Yeah, but I don't think you could charge what the Chinese gold farmers would be able to charge.
Do you need Q reserval fee? As a man who's at home all day, podcast at talkingmarkets.com. You want me to log in your Battle.net account, get you in queue. Let's talk.
Now that we're on the loser server, then that you lost at least one client there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Shit. It'll fill up. Don't worry. We'll all get fucked in the end.
But yeah, I mean, the theory is like I want to at least try and hit level 60 and see what happens after that. Like I want to try and do some of the old dungeons because the old dungeons were all super fun.
Direm will probably be out by then.
I'll probably hit level 60 before phase 2 because I mean the working theory is that it'll be about 3 to 4 months before phase 2 comes out.
Oh shit, that's way longer than I thought it was.
Yeah, so who knows whether or not that'll actually be true, but I should be 60 by then. Who knows? But yeah, I want to do that. I want to at least try to get into a raid. Who knows what that'll look like, whether or not it'll be a guild, but at least on the other server when I was casually looking into like what time people said their raid times were, it's like, okay, well, every single guild that raids, it's like I can't raid then, I can't raid then, I can't raid then, I can't raid then.
You'd pick up groups by then, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Molten Core, not that hard.
No,
and
Molten
also
Core
everybody
easy.
knows how to do it.
But
It's long, but it's easy.
yeah. I guess there's already world first Thunder Fury out there.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, long time ago.
Lucky.
Weeks ago.
One of the guilds got both drops on their first run.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
That seems
Well, I mean,
highly suspect.
Obviously,
Blizzard.
it's not they haven't completed the Thunder Fury yet because it's impossible.
But those drops are like under 1%. I thought they're really fucking low,
yeah,
aren't
like
they?
0.1% each kind of thing.
And they hit them both, so they hit like a 1 in like a million chance they won the lottery. That to me, do you think Blizzard maybe? Hey, listen, first guild in Classic gonna kill this. Let's maybe just.
I mean, it wasn't
make
the
happen.
first guild.
It wasn't the first kill.
No.
Oh, okay,
no,
okay.
It
Never
was
mind then,
it
never
was like I want to say it was like 2 weeks after the first kill happened.
Okay,
or maybe
that's
1 week after the first kill
That's
happened. I'm not
less
sure.
suspicious then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I would believe somebody
Slightly.
hit the lottery.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody hits the lottery every once in a while.
Yeah, but
Especially in
This
a
soon?
world of fucking.
and that
But I
There's
mean,
a lot of
if you
people
think
playing,
about
I
it, like
guess.
you were
There's a lot of
saying,
people
there's a
playing.
lot of people playing, and like you said, people can pug this shit from day one. So there isn't the same.
I mean, you're not supposed to be able to. You're supposed to have to take a week and go get it tuned and grind out the Hydroxys. How do they even do it so fast? It's supposed to take weeks.
Yeah.
The way they do it so fast, I actually watched. There was a race going on one of the team channels or whatever, and I tuned into when they got their Molten Core run going. I think it was 6 days after launch they got in there. They got 40 people who were high enough level and did everything they needed to do.
Wow.
They had a team of warlocks in Ashara where you have to turn in all the quests. So they would drop group in the raid, get summoned to the quests, turn in the quest, and then get summoned back to the raid.
Smart.
That's still fast.
I thought you still need revered to get the
No, you
The
need
runes.
Aquintessence or
Not
whatever.
true. Not true.
No.
And I thought you needed like a certain amount of fire resist
It's
number just to survive in there.
It's
Just
the
the tank.
quest. You have
Really?
to do the quest to kill like a bunch of core hounds. Then you have to do the quest to kill 3 of the bosses, and then you get it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, that's why they did the teleporting back and forth.
It's very inside baseball if you don't know WoW, but
What is an orc?
Those are the ones who came and caused global warming.
green skin.
Right.
Well,
Sometimes red as
evil
well.
orcs, green skin, traditionally. Used to all be red, and then some of them they fueled up on Fel, and they turned green. But not all green orcs are bad. I listen
blue
up. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they have tails and like horns and shit, but Draenei are quite literally basically blue orcs.
What about yellow? Is there yellow orcs?
This is like golden Draenei. There's yellow Draenei. Yep,
checks out.
There's
Okay.
pretty much orcs of every color.
All right, we're on board.
Yep.
But yeah, so like I say, who knows? And I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how long I'm gonna play.
So that feeling's just gonna, like it did with me, it's just gonna build
Well-
and it's gonna build.
We'll probably get 1 more month in. I'm not gonna do a 3-month subscription. I still haven't made
Save-
that
save
much
the
of a commitment.
$6.
It's not worth it.
It's like someone's paying you $6 to play 3 months of WoW.
I've realized when I did the Dungeons and Dragons Online 3-month thing, I'm like, okay, I had super a lot of fun for the 3 days that I played,
Yeah.
but then I realized that I've played this game a lot. So
Let's once WoW is all out of our system, let's check back in on Star Trek Online. It's probably due for I could do a week or two in Star Trek Online.
I couldn't.
What?
No.
Aw.
I want to say I went back like 2 years ago or so.
It's probably way different now. It's
It's-
probably
You're
Borg
probably right.
dodecahedrons or some shit.
Oh, that's not allowed.
Picard. They'll probably do something when Picard comes out, I would think, or are probably already doing something for the launch of Picard.
Who knows?
Maybe.
WoW Classic.
Great game.
Indeed.
Gross. We're here for you.
Sometimes the most game.
Mm-hmm.
I do sometimes feel gross.
Yeah.
Bryce, what have you been playing?
Not a lot of video games.
No?
Been playing through, or had a session of my new D&D campaign on Tuesday.
Oh, shit.
How's that going?
It's really cool.
What's the set? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is this number 4? Or did you have one of your other games?
My Tuesday. This is the Tuesday game, so that's one, and then your game, and
You
then
play 4 games a
the
week?
one with coworkers, and then there's like a Pathfinder one we play like once a month at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
You play 3 games a week and
3.
then 1 a month?
one's every 2 weeks. The other
Okay.
one's probably every 10 days ish, and then
Okay,
every
okay.
week.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
you're
ish.
averaging to
Yeah.
about 1 a week.
One and a
Okay,
half,
that's
yeah.
manageable.
It's a lot.
You're not running them, are you?
Oh no.
Oh, fuck, I could play 10 games a week if I had to. Playing's easy.
But yeah, no, this Tuesday one's neat. We're doing a 20 session campaign we're level session 1. You're level 1. Session 2. You're level 2.
Oh, weird.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, it gives you.
We're doing like action-packed, non-stop going.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of the university quad. We got attacked by undead people. We broke into a prison, saved one of our friends. Then we went to the circus, killed a vampire. One of our people is a vampire now. When we jumped to a party, it's just this non-stop go, go, go
Wait,
action.
Our university quad?
It could have been.
Could have been any university.
What is the
It's
university
disconcerting.
quad?
It's like the big common
space.
field,
Yeah.
green space area at a university.
Yeah.
So like you don't worry about travel time and buying stuff. It's just
Yeah, it's just
you kind of do that shopkeeping stuff in between session and then just go go go.
well, so far the DM's just our mentor or whatever just drops a giant treasure upon us like every 2 or 3 sessions, and then otherwise just go.
Nice.
What if you guys are like, I want to plant a garden this episode? Like, what if you, the player, want to slow it way the fuck down?
That's not
You're
for
left
you. This isn't the
behind.
campaign for you.
Oh.
So what are you running?
Barbarian.
Level 1 barbarian.
Level 6 now. We're 6 sessions in. Ready to go.
Right. That's fast. That's really fast. For anyone who doesn't play D&D, for context, the game I'm running, we're going fast. We're on like our 11th or 12th session maybe or something like that. And we're level 4?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
we
we are
just hit
level
4
4.
a few episodes ago.
I mean, I try to aim at 3 to 4 sessions, sometimes 5 sessions in between level ups. But
Yeah, that's a fair amount. Get a good test out
Longer.
all your abilities and
One.
stuff.
5,
One session.
and then 8, and then 15, and then 800.
One session per level you are. That till next.
Oh, I don't know. You like barely have enough time to learn your abilities. Like, I have these
fine.
abilities
No,
for an hour.
That's why I love it. There's so much pre-planning. I'm ready to go all the way to 20.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of number crunching.
I've never.
I'm in.
I've never played the style of D&D about like character. I've never planned a character in my life. Never, 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 never. So that would be really wild.
It's neat. It's different. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
fast.
yes.
It does sound different. That sounds
Sometimes you just
super interesting.
do something in session and then you realize that, oh man, now I have to take a level in rogue because it just makes sense.
Just makes
I mean,
sense.
when you get one level of session, fucking hey!
Why not?
Oh shit! What if you? How many classes are there?
14.
What if you multi-classed every class and ended at level 3 in one thing and level 2 in everything else, or whatever it works out to?
You would be
That'd learn them.
That'd be impressive.
You'd be very bad.
Yes, very
super
bad.
bad. Yeah.
But you need 13 of each stat-ish.
Actually, you might be able to do it if you did
If you start with one of the-
like 7 fighter and then 1 level in everything else. You might be
Yeah.
somewhat tolerable.
Well, if you start with wizard and just dump your instat, you could get the rest of them probably.
yeah.
It'd be bad.
It'd be bad.
You'd be bad.
You'd have all the cantrips in the world.
It's literally every cantrip, and you can cast them infinitely.
Exactly.
Genius.
The power.
Cantrip class. New class idea on the Patreon. All cantrips.
All the time.
But all cantrips.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I'm up to.
Yeah.
The usual video games.
Yeah.
Still crunching Fire Emblem. Just short of 100 hours now.
Are we talking 3 houses or gotcha?
Yeah, 3 houses. Oh yeah, always gotcha.
What's the gotcha one called again? Wait,
Heroes.
No, Heroes.
Yeah.
100 hours, eh?
Yep.
I
Second
think
playthrough.
I'm gonna pick that game up into this month. We'll see. Man's looking to get back in the anime zone. Maybe
Yeah, it's a
some.
fucking good zone to be in.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I fucking
it's
just-
a zone.
Pinned my fucking Castlevania on my Netflix. I'm just watching that as soon as I'm done Breaking Bad.
Well, yes. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
Very first time.
Castlevania?
Yeah, the Netflix anime.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's quite good.
But
Yeah, big,
I'll be
big,
watching
big
it
fun.
in the next couple months.
Hell
'Cause I think
yes.
I'm trying to get Breaking Bad done before that movie comes out.
Is Breaking Bad movie?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Netflix
bad.
original.
It's gonna be real bad.
No, it's the-
thinking. I have
the
faith
same
in Vince, though.
director, yeah.
I think it'll
He's
be
very
bad.
good.
My gut reaction, but also I have big faith in Vince.
He is not one to take a project without a kind of start point and end point in mind. So
He also directed Better Call Saul, right?
Yeah.
It's still Vince Gilliam.
yeah,
Is it before, after, during Breaking
It's
Bad?
after Breaking Bad.
After, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're
That'll
trying
be
to they're trying to
weird.
fucking find Jesse.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
about Jesse.
That's the thing with when they announced Better Call Saul. I was like, what a Breaking Bad spinoff? Why? That's gonna be bad.
It's
And-
fucking really good.
yeah, I like it more than Breaking Bad. Better
Yeah.
Call Saul is like one of my favorite shows.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
totally
really good.
predicting that Jesse's gonna be in that Breaking Bad movie for like literally 5 minutes.
The
That's all
very
it
end.
needs to
Yeah.
be.
They just find his head in a box.
It's
I'm
good.
worried because they said on the Better Call Saul thing that they're trying to find a way to have Jesse Pinkman and Walter White appear in Better Call Saul, but from the Breaking Bad end, there's no conceivable way that should happen.
Well, they run. Better Call Saul's not after Breaking Bad.
No,
presumably
there-
Walter
there's-
White is in
There
doing
is
something up
crossover
there.
time, but it would be like they have to find a way to.
Yeah, make their appearance
Makes
not
sense.
significant enough that it wouldn't have appeared in Breaking Bad,
Right.
but significant
Yeah.
enough that it would appear in Better Call Saul.
Yeah. So part of me, when they said that, I was like, I hope you have a good idea, and this isn't just fan service because I don't really need to see them in
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
Call Saul.
Until he fucks it up, I got faith.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're all. He's made fucking 9 seasons of good television now. If he wants to fucking make a movie,
Hell yeah.
I'm in.
Do you know what Vince? I don't know if it's Gillian or Jillian. I don't. It was hard
I
G
also
or
think there
soft
might
G.
be another
letter in there.
Another,
that might not
pronouncer
even
in
be
there.
saying it right at all.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is he? What did he do before Breaking Bad? We what was his like filmography
I know
or
he
whatever?
did X-Files, some episodes of X-Files, but I
Oh,
don't think he was the only guy, but he worked because a lot of the, or at least a few of the titles in Breaking Bad are homages to X-Files characters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like Cancer Man.
I did know that. I did know that
Yeah.
Cancer Man was an X-Files character.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I suppose. And we got any other games you want to bring up here? All right, we'll do a quick break then. Come on back, talk about some news. See you here on the other side of this musical break. How's everybody in the chat doing?
I don't know.
Doing that thing.
Gillian?
That
totally
might be right.
Gillian?
I'm also the worst at that. Like, truly the worst. I know it's Vince. It's definitely Vince. I'll tell you that much.
Vince.
Gilligan? Vince Gilligan?
I was like, well, maybe there's another G in there, but I didn't know for sure.
It is Gilligan, apparently. Oh, yeah.
Good old boy.
Gilligan. All
Gilly,
right.
Gilly G.
I'll have to correct myself then when we get on here. Directed Hancock, sir. Where were you in Hancock? Hello.
That Will Smith movie?
Yeah.
Apparently.
That movie was... it was
Unique.
decent. It was
So,
all right.
It says he's involved with it. I can't confirm directed. Let's see here. Not directed. Okay, involved with. Directed by Peter Berg. Old Bergie. That film was okay, I remember.
I didn't hate it. But I'm a
This
notorious
Shirley
Will Smith
East, right?
hater.
It was the funny where they did the... All right, Superman is having sex with the girl, but you better not be on there when it's time to blow, otherwise you'll take a shotgun blast through the stomach.
Did they do that in that movie?
Yeah, in Hancock, that was one of the gags. And then Will Smith shot through the ceiling of his trailer like a goddamn champion.
Like the king he is. He's a good man.
Only takes the best roles.
Fucking
Like from
god
the breadbasket?
damn champion. They announced the cast of the new Suicide Squad today.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone
John
cool?
Cena is in it.
Oh, yes.
As himself, I hope.
I hope so too. I was hoping he played the Joker.
Oh,
That would be
amazing.
terrible. That would be
The worst
10 out of 10
casting.
terrible.
But that's what I want.
Yeah, you want to see John Cena in
Idris Elba's
bad
in it.
movies. He was in the first one, though.
Was he?
Yeah.
What?
I think so.
I do not recall, but I know I've seen that movie.
He'd be a good Bane.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he was in the first one.
I don't think Will Smith's in this one.
Let me
Yay.
fact check that.
Margot Robbie's back. There was a big cat. It was a lot of people. James Gunn's brother, who's in all the stuff he does. Wait.
All right. He was not in it. Unless he's not on the Wikipedia page for it for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like just number 2. Margot Robbie. Ooh. Oh, that's... What's her face?
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
It's pronounced Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Uh, 2021. No role confirmed. Just he is signed on.
For what?
Suicide Squad 2.
William Smithford?
John Cena.
Already knew that.
Nathan Fillion.
Oh yeah, Nate Fillion's in it too.
Boo.
Who's directing it? J.J. Abrams.
Peter
No,
Capaldi.
Didn't James Gunn did a whole bunch of it?
Of Suicide Squad. Who's doing 2?
No, he did a whole bunch of 2 because that's what they had him working on when he got booted from Marvel.
Writer and director James Gunn.
What? Suicide Squad's a DC.
Yes.
Oh, but I see.
Yeah.
Oh, it is James Gunn.
James Gunn needed to get paid.
He's gonna have to get paid.
That's right.
Idris Elba. He's great.
Idris, my boy. I saw the Dark Tower is
so sorry.
on. No, I haven't seen it yet. I saw it popped up on Netflix.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe fucking for free, maybe.
I watched it on Netflix, and
Want to do time back?
I knew what I was in for.
Yeah,
I knew what I was in
I think
for.
I do too.
Yeah,
I think I will have.
it's
I
not.
think I will enjoy that movie in a.
It's just
fun
totally
way.
like it's not. It's not super offensive. It's just totally nothing. It's nothing.
It's part of the fucking world.
It's not a great-
kayfabe.
It's not a
We're
great
not.
canon.
It's a shoot.
What's what? Now I'm lost.
It's part of the lore.
Oh.
Stephen King's like, well, this is just one of the many paths.
Oh,
to
because
the-"
of it.
Yeah.
That's why you want to watch Dark Tower.
No.
I see.
Oh shit.
I mean, I will come out and say that it has nothing to do with the Dark Tower,
I don't think
except for, in a way, all Stephen King books have to do with the Dark Tower. But
I think the movie The Dark Tower doesn't really have anything to do with the books The Dark Tower. Maybe a couple things.
no, that's what he was saying. He was like, it is. It's just another loop or whatever.
The movie?
Yeah.
Oh, like the movie is another facet of the
Right,
tower.
yes.
Oh, shut up, Stephen King. That's gross. I can get behind that bullshit to a point, but like, not the movie, Steve. What the fuck?
I feel like I bring this up every time, but you've never read it, right? Yeah, it goes a degree of the way down the path that direction, but
Oh yeah, I've read around it. There are a lot of articles about the sex scenes, very famously
fucking.
or infamously, the underage fucking.
that's how they get out of the fucking cave.
Yeah, is it? That's how they get out.
fucking cave.
I thought yeah. They get out and they're like, we need to buy. It's not really clear why. We just need to do this.
So in the book, and I'll get into it because I'm so confident that they're not going down this road in the movies. But it's like when they're kids and they're trying to get out and they're underground and there's like kind of a, I hope I'm getting this right, but part of his like layer, his world, there's like a mental component where it starts making them like kind of forget who they are and
Oh, okay.
fucking not know how to get out, and it's dark, and the fucking is what like brings them all together, and it's kind of power of friendship-y, but it's like
A journey into adulthood,
Sure,
maybe
yeah,
because
a lot of
Pennywise doesn't work on adults or whatever,
well,
or does he?
Pennywise kind of works worse, like he's almost worse for adults because they say the adult.
Oh yeah, because they can see him as adults.
Yeah. And
oh shit.
They said it's worse for adults because the adult mind has gone through life and realizes how fucking terrifying this is. Whereas for a kid, they're fucking doing all this shit in their heads all the time. They're like, oh, fuck, it's scary clown. That's
Yeah.
terrifying. But of course there's fucking demon clowns. I'm a child. There's demon everything.
That makes-
Then you're a kid and you stop believing in all that shit. Then when he shows up.
That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. Yeah, you got to cut Pennywise's wrist. That's the only way to kill him.
Can't do
Cut
that.
his
That's
hands
his-
off and
that's his-
smack him with it. Make the fucking Three Stooges sound.
Have you seen the new ones? Or just the
I've seen
first
the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the
The
first
second
one
one's
too.
not out yet, right?
Whoever.
No, the second one's out.
It just came out.
Yeah, a week and a half ago.
Yeah, I think it. Or is it just coming
Fact
out?
check that.
No, it's out.
I feel like the reviews just started for it, didn't they?
No, when I was on holidays,
Maybe I might be thinking about the Joker.
my brother and his wife went and saw it. It
Good.
is like
I'll see it.
2 hours and 49 minutes long.
Oh wow,
Oh fuck!
that's a long.
I'm in.
That's
I'm
like
fucking in.
that's
I
like
even heard it
Endgame
in some of the
long.
I hear it in some of the reviews. It's like, it doesn't hold up to the first one, and I was like, it fucking doesn't have to. I just want to fucking.
I mean,
see
there's
it.
no way it can beat the made-for-TV one that came out in the 90s.
I have that.
Because that
I
one
own that.
is
We should all watch
fucking
that.
great.
Yeah.
Fucking it's super fans over here.
Yeah.
I thought the guy who played the clown did a very great job. That clown is very unsettling in the way he speaks and acts.
What's his name? Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander.
The Swedish guy.
Yeah.
What else is he in? I heard this recently.
Nothing.
I'm gonna look it up.
The made-for-TV one, that clown is also fucking
Yes.
unsettling.
I think it's Tim Curry in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
God.
Yeah.
I watched that movie way too young.
Yeah. Yeah. When we watched that movie, the shower scene where he comes out from the bottom.
Oh yeah.
My brother could not use like group showers like that with like the shower heads on the wall and then the one main drain in the middle. He could not use them after that.
I had a real fucking problem with like empty libraries after I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The stuff up the sink drain
The sink drain stuff's fun.
really fucked with me.
Yeah.
In a way that if my sewers ever start backing up, I'm just gonna burn the place to the fucking ground. Like, holy shit!
Oh, it's fucking scary.
It's like all in her mouth and shit. Oh.
Those movies are fucking. I love all
Real
of
gross.
this stuff.
Real gross.
The book's good. The fucking made-for-TV thing's good. John Ritter, God bless you. And the first chapter of the new ones is really good. And the second chapter's long, and that's all I really need. Fucking lots of it.
He's
Kids
Zeitgeist.
fucking in a cave.
He's Zeitgeist in Deadpool. That was not what I was thinking. Deadpool 2, pardon me.
I can't remember who Zeitgeist was.
Nope.
I think.
Is he the one who wasn't there?
No, that was Brad Pitt.
He's
Oh, right, because then he starts to...
Yeah.
and you can see him. He wasn't the one who threw up acid.
was he one of the people in the
Zeitgeist
lab?
might have been the one that threw up acid.
Let's see.
That actually rings a bell. That rings a bell from my X-Force comic reading.
See what he looks like here. Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, I think he is the guy. I like Deadpool too. Canadian Treasure.
Yeah, I like both Deadpools.
Ryan
Reynolds had a
Reynolds.
bit of a Renaissance.
Hell yes. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but he's the Green Lantern for me.
Fucking work of art, Detective Pikachu.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that.
You don't like Detective Pikachu?
I
probably haven't seen
haven't
Detective
seen
Pikachu.
Best
but-
fucking video game movie of all time.
It is quite literally the best video game movie of all time.
Gotta watch-
Critically and amongst the public, I think.
No,
Gotta watch the Nines. Nines the best.
I don't know what that is.
The Nines?
It's a Ryan
golf?
Reynolds movie.
Oh fuck.
Probably from like, is he like 12 in it? Is this from like when you were a boy?
No, he's like.
When you were a lad.
I think this came out in like early 2000.
The Nines. Is
Oh,
this
is
a
that the puppet
rom-com?
people?
Huh?
The puppet people? No, that's probably just the
2007,
9.
How
Are you
shirtless does he get? Oh yeah, always,
good.
always. This is the movie talk before
Yeah.
the news. Deadpool 2, the Nines, into the Nines.
Nice. Sounds like a rom-com.
I always,
It does.
I always say this whenever we talk about young actors. So I've probably said it on the show already. But did you guys know that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the kid in Angels in the Outfield?
I did know that because I think you've told me on this
I probably
podcast.
told you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it's not a real movie.
What?
The Nines.
Oh no, yeah, I said it came out in 2007.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were looking some
Did he?
facts up for
I
us
think-
or something.
I think
there.
you looked at it and just didn't say anything.
Yeah.
No, I totally check
might,
the tapes.
You might have,
Check the tapes.
but I did not hear you. We're talking about Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's a fucking beautiful man.
He would like.
Donald Glover.
He would
Danny
like
Glover.
to contract your music for Beyond Good and Evil, maybe,
That's right.
or maybe that other one
Not
is
even
not
just
Beyond
music.
Good and
Fucking
Evil.
anything they can stick on a billboard. in
Yeah,
that world.
whatever they can steal from you.
You draw a little smiley face.
How about some news, gentlemen? Oh, Mercer, do I have a lot of Death Stranding on here?
I feel like every show I come in and
Yeah.
there is a full paragraph. Of
Only
Death
the
Stranding
last,
news.
only like the last 5.
That's got to be coming out pretty soon, eh?
November, yeah.
It's not as soon as I thought.
Fuck. You know what's better than Death Stranding?
Anything else?
Just it being over.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
knowing what Death Stranding is.
Yeah.
We sort of know what it is. They showed about an hour gameplay at Tokyo Game Show. It looks like real gameplay. Boy, how to
Where to start?
distill this? Yes. So you, Sam Porter Bridges.
That's
That is your name, I
that's your
believe.
playable character.
I believe you are also a porter by trade. Also, the city is named Port Not City, apparently.
Wait, what? Is all of this true?
Yeah, so a porter, somebody who moves things, right?
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
carries your luggage up
Yeah.
or whatever. So in this, in the
his
game,
middle name is his job.
they call
No,
him
he's-
Sam Porter Bridges.
He's
Almost
Porter, Sam Porter Bridges.
I think he's
the Porter.
I think he's Sam Porter Bridges, the porter, as far as I understand.
We're sure Porter's not like a nickname.
It could be
Like Sam the Porter Bridges.
It could be, but also Die Hard Man is in it, so nothing is sacred.
Good point. It's a real good point.
It is
Port
taking
Knot City.
yeah. So in this gameplay thing they show, he has to take a run of supplies from Knot City, KNOT, Knot City to Port Knot City.
This isn't just Japanese translation
This is
issues.
this is Shadow Moses Island all over again. You're right. These names suck.
Fuck.
So they show him picking a loadout before each mission. It seems like you pick a loadout. He was kind of picking. You can bring extra supplies, so you can. One of the things was extra shoes, so I guess your shoes might get wet or damaged or something. I don't really know. But like the ropes, the ladders, kind of some of the items they were like popping up that we've seen. You're picking them as part of your loadout. Now every item has a weight. And Sam has to physically carry every item. He's not like Snake, where he can just put a rocket launcher in his pocket. Every item physically goes on him, and there's a little center of gravity meter below your character, and the center of gravity changes based on where you put stuff.
Cool.
And if your center of gravity's all fucked up, you'll just tip over in the world because your backpack's way too big.
As you do.
You can pick where the items go on him physically in pouches or on
Because
his
you would
backpack.
have to
Yep.
keep the center of gravity.
To adjust your center.
As a man who doesn't like encumbrance,
Oh boy.
this sounds
Encumbrance,
like
the video
actual
game.
hell.
Yep.
I'll play this game.
They show a part later where he gets into combat and has to take his luggage off of him so he can fight. Has to like take his backpack off or like hits a dude with a suitcase.
Hold on, sir. Lower your weapon.
Yeah. Just one.
Let me
Just one moment, please.
Better get ready.
Let's see here. It seems like it's gonna be a lot around traversing topography when you're not in combat. It is like so they kind of pulled up the map, found the destination, and sort of showed a sort of a top-down view of like cliffs and like rivers that were too fast to get through. And then they kind of plotted a course like, man, you're like, okay, I'll go here, and then we can't go through the rivers, so we'll climb up this hill here and go around this way, and plotted the course. But there's a part where they get to a river, and there is like an overlay that shows like, oh, the current here is really strong, so you can't walk here, but the current here is good. And so you're taking your big ass backpack through the currents of this river, and like it seems like
Can
all of the
you
little things in
ride
Red Dead.
down the river on your backpack?
I know, probably. It seems like all the slow little interactions in Red Dead times a trillion. Like the game interactions, the game.
So, like I said, I'm going to play this game.
Yes,
I always
we-
was going to. It's Hideo
Yep.
Kojima. It was 100% written on the walls. Hideo Kojima himself could have come to me and said, "I guarantee you won't like this video game."
Yeah, it's
and I
Sekiro
would have been
too.
like, "I have to know though. I have to find out. You can have my money now."
Yeah.
Might I
I need to
suggest
know.
a physical copy?
Ooh.
I think it. Don't run it off yet.
All
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
I haven't even told you about the catch your
Told
breath
me-
button.
You've told me plenty.
Press circle is literally the catch your breath button. Apparently, there's a part where he just presses circle and like
Nah.
takes it easy.
Damn.
He has to like the BB is like squirming or whatever, so he has to like soothe
Rocket.
the BB.
You do that with the controller, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They physically move the 6-axis, and like he had to make camp for a night and eat and drink, and the urine meter fills up.
So this is what this sounds like to me. When you explain this,
It's like half a page
with
of this
the
demo.
fucking- the mapping and stuff. I'm just trying to slow you down a little bit. Cross country Canada. But
Hell yes.
but on foot. That's what I'm picturing.
Oh, man.
Where it's very much like the game is just get this from here to
Yeah.
here. And fuck it, you got to plan a good route. Good route. It's not always as the flow cries.
That's right.
You got,
The flow cries. That's when someone starts to lose their hair.
that's right. Sometimes you got to go right. Sometimes you got to go spend the extra 10 hours going up the big mountain because you can't go across fast water.
Bring a lot of ladders because we got to cross these crevasses on
That's
this
right.
trip.
Yeah.
There's kind of an asynchronous multiplayer where you can see other items. So, like, if I left a ladder, if I use a ladder across that gap and I just left my ladder or whatever, you, Brando, might see my ladder that I use, and you
Why
can cross
wouldn't
on
you
my
take
ladder.
your ladder?
I don't think you can. Maybe.
Do you think once
I
it's
don't
deployed,
know.
it doesn't undeploy?
It's no good anymore.
That's sort of what I'm
It's
thinking
touched
because
ground.
every time they've used one, I've asked the same question of like,
And they just always leave it.
Why don't I just pick that up behind them? Maybe for the demo. Maybe you probably can. I don't know.
Maybe.
There is a system, a like system, kind of like a social media like system where
I can like your ladder?
Yes, and
Okay.
I think it will. If it is anything like Dark Souls, if
That was a joke, but
you can anything
Okay.
that's asynchronous, I think you can give a like to. So yes, my ladder you can like, and then I would assume like Dark Souls, if I get enough likes in my game, I'll get a bonus. I'll get a heal or like currency or something because I contributed to
it's a Souls game.
nuclear disarmament or something. We can leave lockers. Players can leave lockers for one another. Specifically, like, I'm just going to leave some supplies here for somebody, I guess. Again, not really sure what it all feeds into. They get into combat where Sam has to infiltrate a camp, and it looks just like Metal Gear 5, which looks fucking dope. Like, the stealth gameplay looks like it is right out of Metal Gear 5.
There's something else in there.
Where they're,
There's some
like,
Metal Gear in there
Tearing
somewhere.
around, yeah. And it gets very... And all the weapons seem to be non-lethal as well. They're like the one I saw him use was a bola, a strand bola, capital S, where... God damn it. So there are two types of strands in the game. There are the strands that you, Sam Porter Bridges, the porter, are making by connecting these cities again. You're physically stranding the cities.
Like physically with rope?
With spirit BB energy, I think,
okay.
or something.
All right.
You also have a physical item, capital S strand, which is how you melee, I guess, or gives you melee powers. And also they are made into weapons, maybe, because it's the strand bola that shoots. It's a bola. It just shoots a rope with two weights on the end, wraps them up.
It's a strand.
It's a strand. And then a BT shows up, which I guess is going to be the big boss fight. Those are those big, like, invisible things from the trailers. A big, scary, invisible monster shows up. And Sam fights it by putting his blood on it. Human blood apparently is bad for BTs, so he uses a blood grenade that he fills with his own blood and then poof, throws it at it. And then his BB gives Sam 100 likes when he beats that boss. And then the demo ends.
So hang on. How does the
All
BB
questions asked. I rest my case, Your Honor.
The BB is giving physical likes?
I think the BB gave
Like on a
Sam Porter
computer?
likes. No, I don't know. It just said 100 likes from BB. Just like earlier
Why did
in
they
the
use
demo.
The word likes. That's already got such
Social-
a connotation.
I have no idea. Because this is all going to be like in a social media world. It's like Reboot, but social media maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
President of jack shit, president of Twitter. Know what I'm saying? Man.
What's a BB? What's a BT?
A BB
so
is
BB is a baby
Oh, okay.
in a
little container,
yeah.
like almost like a artificial womb that you keep snapped onto your chest. He's delivering the BB. I don't know what he's delivering.
I think
yeah,
you-
the BB's with him.
Yeah, I think you
Alright.
keep it with you because it lets you fight the BTs or something.
I think the BBs were taken from the wombs of dead women,
Still mothers, I
Still
think.
mothers?
Yes. Or
which is
it's the inverse of stillborn. Instead, you have a living child from a still mother instead of a stillborn child from a living mother, I think. And it's somehow tied into the death realm.
there's a
All
dead realm.
We
It makes
think-
perfect sense.
We
Yeah.
think
Yes.
But what's a BT then?
big monsters.
Oh, just a
Big terror.
Ooh.
Probably some connection to the BBs based on the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long a ladder does it take you to get to the dead realm?
Snake eater tall.
Yeah,
Ooh.
real big.
Do you no.
must be.
No, they can't. I
They're
went through
gonna
that whole process in my head and realized they can't.
They could. They could.
It should be one note different. They should
Just be one note
If you're not
different.
climbing up a really tall ladder and something that sounds a lot like Snake Eaters and playing, what are we even doing here?
It reminds me. I know I've been telling you a lot of things that this reminds me of, but like those documentaries on Everest, where it's like, so we traveled all this way in one day, but then from on days like 2 to 6, we only made up like 1 kilometer of altitude because we was fucking going up a bunch of ladders.
We met a
with your
BT
BB.
up there and we
Yeah.
didn't have enough blood to get it done. So, yeah, so there's Death Stranding. I think it's pretty obvious what that is. No more questions. Speaks for itself. I don't know. I want to make my backpack big. The backpacks are hilariously big in a way that I want to fucking strap one on and try to balance that thing out.
Going back to the physical copy thing, it just seems like something that 100% could be bad. Like,
Could be.
I'm not sitting here and be like, this game will be good. It's Hideo Kojima. It looks honestly like maybe it is almost certainly going to be stupid. But it also feels like something that I will want to own
Totally.
and not give to somebody no matter what happens with it.
Just like Metal Gear 5. You know?
Just like Metal Gear 5.
Just like Metal Gear 5.
Metal Gear 5 was a good game with a bad story.
Yeah.
This seems like it might be bad.
This might be bad. It also, it's going to be stupid, but it might totally be my kind of stupid.
Oh, yeah,
in the
for
same
sure.
ways that Metal Gear is.
I have not been this
Excited is not the right word.
Excited's not the right word. But whatever this is, I have not felt it this strongly in maybe ever.
Aware of, maybe? Yeah. Remember that new Resident Evil game we were talking about a couple weeks ago? They're still calling it Project Resistance, so we still have a code name for it, I guess. But we know a little bit more about that game. It looks cool. It is an asymmetrical multiplayer game. So it is I think it is third person. It looks, the game, the little teaser they showed had a little bit of gameplay in it, I think. It looked, to me, a lot like Resident Evil 2, the remake, which would be real dope if it played like that. But it's 4 players, and then 1 mastermind. 4 players locked in a room. They have to try and solve puzzles, fight zombies, yada, yada, yada. Mastermind is watching through CCTV cameras and can do things like turn the lights off, spawn zombies, AI zombies, can take control, I guess, of 1 individual AI zombie at a time if he wants, including Mr. X, I guess, is a spawnable.
Don't control Mr. X.
Has Mr. X control you? And it is a asymmetrical multiplayer game, a 4v1. It looks different. It looks a lot different than like the Friday the 13th. Like the player by themselves is not just playing a big monster. It seems like they are way more. Like in that demo, the lights go out and it is pitch fucking black, and I think 2 players end up shooting each other or something is what it looks like. Like it's something as simple as turning the lights out at the right point. Like in Resident Evil 2, you're just like, oh god, oh no, this is now bad.
I got all the time in the world for a good asymmetrical multiplayer game.
Totally, and a lot of the way it plays out, like it could be like almost a Resident Evil simulator. Like a lot of the moments, if they do it well, could feel like Resident Evil parts where like, okay, we got like 2 grenades. We know there are 3 of those liquor dudes in there. Like we got to sneak past one and tactically lure one this way. Like I think it could be super cool. All the characters have different abilities like you might expect.
Remember Evolve?
Yeah.
I fucking love that game.
Warren and I were just talking about Evolve today.
No one else liked Evolve.
I liked Evolve.
Yeah. Everyone got rid of it. Everyone uninstalled it one day.
I bought Evolve. I paid money for Evolve.
So did I.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I paid a lot of money. I bought like a season pass or something after that. I got like
so
2 new characters.
Yeah, the spider and the 2 heroes.
Yeah.
Warren today was saying how, because today's Friday the 13th in recording time, Warren was saying how Friday the 13th is, quote, like Evolve, but so much better.
Well, Warren also said not too long ago that it was one of the the best games of all time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
true.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Don't at me. Yeah, no, he's
So while I might disagree,
probably listening now.
While I might disagree, the man cannot say that and then not at least say that it's way better than Evolve.
It's true.
A game in the same genre.
His story still straight.
That's right.
So far,
That's right. I can respect a man that sticks to his guns.
he really likes Friday the 13th
Yeah.
in a way that, well, this is going to be pretty different, I think. But I don't know. Maybe
He did not like Evolve though.
they did not like Evolve. I was
No.
just going to ask that. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe it's specifically Friday the 13th and not like the asynchronous kind of.
He gave it.
Or
He gave it the
asymmetrical.
time that we all gave it.
Yeah.
And then I think he was probably the first to fall off.
That's fair enough. The man likes what he likes.
Man likes what he likes.
Unabashedly.
Fucking hey, he's the real winner because fucking Friday the 13th was not very much money.
More power to him.
Yeah.
Anthem. Remember that video game?
No.
Came out 7 months ago. It is now on EA Access.
Game of the year.
What does that mean?
That means, well,
Is it
they're
free to play?
so you can sign up for their $5 a month service, and you can pay it now for $5 a month if you want.
Gross.
But you get access to all the EA games. It's not just. You're not wrong. Gross.
It's
Yes,
a game.
Amazon or Anthem probably not worth that.
No.
But if you are signed up for EA Access, which is like their Game Pass, their Netflix for games for EA games, it is now in base Game Pass. Sorry, EA Access.
Cool. I could play all the sports.
Could I play all the Sims expansions?
Not the expansions, but the base game. Yeah. Premium might have it. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I have EA access specifically to play NHL with Warren once a month.
And Anthem now.
Yeah, I can play Anthem.
It's kind of it is a story because that game came out only 7 months ago and was BioWare's tentpole game for the next 5 years, and it has already been dumped into
So,
EA Access.
Here's what I have to say about that. And I'm not a defender of Anthem. by any stretch, because I played that for $5 a month back when it first came out, and you could do the free trial.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even get my free trials worth of time out of it.
Yeah.
But I will say that games are launching on Xbox Game Pass for free.
Yes.
So you could make the argument that if I was in PR for EA, I would be like, this is not because the game isn't selling well. This is because it's one more bullet in the chamber of making a great fucking service for EA Access.
So all new EA games do come to EA Access, but you
Yes.
have to pay for the super tier or whatever.
Right.
New games never come to $5 EA Access. That's their older catalog that they throw on there.
Oh, I see. But
or after however many
so
months.
I guess EA, like the higher tier EA Access, would be more comparable to Game Pass.
Yes. Yeah, because
Okay.
I think it's like $15 a month or something.
Right.
Very similar to Game Pass.
Gotcha.
But only EA games.
Yeah, the
publisher
service
thing-
doesn't seem good.
The publisher thing, like even Ubisoft's publisher service, or Ubisoft Plus or whatever, Uplay Plus, like so many Assassin's Creeds are so similar to so many Assassin's Creeds. So many Ghost Recons are so similar to so many Ghost Recon. Like, are you really gonna play through all the Ghost Recons all the way up? Are you gonna play all the Rainbow Sixes all the way up? Like, I don't. You're getting it for the new games, right? Usually, you would think.
Game Pass. Get your Game Pass.
I just don't. I don't. The publisher ones, I really don't get. The Uplay one specifically for me. It's probably just a me thing.
I get none of those games. Are any of those games on Xbox Game Pass? Like, I know they would obviously not launch there, but
I don't think so.
you couldn't play.
I don't.
Like, why? What would be,
think
I guess, the
so,
incentive
yeah.
on their end to ever give a free game to any other service if they have the free game on their service?
Yeah, it wouldn't make much sense. But maybe they start doing deals. Maybe like Game Pass, they start to get more than just their games on there. The Netflix. Here's the thing in Tron. Was it in Tron?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing in Tron. Where big news. Buckle your pants. If you listen to Tron, you've been waiting the entire show for this huge announcement. Brace yourselves. You might want to sit down if you're driving. I caution you to pull over. Netflix accidentally released that The Witcher show date is December the 17th.
And then took it down.
And then took it down because it's real. Those cowards.
You take it down because it's real, or you take it down because it's inaccurate?
I think it's real.
Probably.
Yeah, it was in the middle. It was in the middle of a whole list of things.
The two sides of the coin.
Yeah,
I will say it makes
Do
good
you
sense
work
to
for
come
Netflix,
out.
Kevin?
I do.
It makes very good sense to. It makes more sense to tell people it's in December, so that when Disney Plus comes out, maybe you hang on to Netflix for another month to watch The Witcher.
Sure.
Because that Disney
You should
Plus is
probably
like
keep it up there though, because a lot of
beginning
people
of
didn't see
November,
it.
The Witcher thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, so it could totally be inaccurate. You're right, or it could be the actual release date. Who knows? Totally kidding. By the way, littlest of stories. That joke's on you, Tron listeners. Thank you for your support. And the last story I have tonight, Control is getting some free DLC. And what I am damn sure is an Alan Wake crossover. Take the possibly read out of this story.
It's called AWE.
It's called AWE, Alan Wake Expansion. No, it's Altered World Event in the Control.
But what if it's both?
What if it's both? Also, okay, well, here's the story. New game mode. It's called Expeditions, coming in December. That, I think, is going to be something where the house kind of reshifts. That is kind of what the reading about it seems like. Maybe it'll be sort of a randomly generated, going to different parts of the house, kind of a thing that's meant to be repeated, it says.
Yeah.
Then they're going to have two expansions, which I think these will be stories. The Foundation, which has a picture of, do you know where Firebreak is?
Yep.
Has a picture of Firebreak, which is my favorite area of the house. That fucking like bridge of Khazad-dûm across
Yep.
that infinite void.
It's like a big bridge where you go to the prison.
Oh, it's so good. And then if things get bad in the prison, you retract the bridges in
Yeah.
the Firebreak. You
It's like
literally
where they kept Magneto
Firebreak.
in the fucking X-Men movies.
Oh,
Except
it's
it's
so
where they keep
dope.
all the Magnetos.
No. And then the second one, called AWE, has quite literally the shot from the Alan Wake trailer. You know where it's in every. It's in the game every single time the credits hit in the game. It's kind of like a Kojima game where there's credits a few times. He like turns the flashlight into the camera. It is that shot of flashlight in the camera, and then it just says AWE. And there have been rumors forever that there have been Alan Wake 2 or whatever coming. Also, Alan Wake is mentioned by name like 1,000 times in the game. So it's pretty
Also,
sure it's gonna be
Dr.
Alan Wake.
Langston. Nope, not Langston.
Langers? The Panopticon, the guy says knife rain?
No, but he. That's great.
Or Panopticon Cell 69?
No, the head of research.
Oh.
Is he the Alan Wake guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Dr. Darling
Yeah.
is the actor who voices Alan Wake.
Right.
Yes. So yeah, there will almost certainly be an Alan Wake crossover.
Sweet.
So dope. I love Alan Wake, and there is so much Alan Wake stuff in Control.
It feels like they're doing, like, looking very much in the direction of some sort of weird expanded universe.
Yes.
Remedy expanded universe.
Yes, Max Payne's...
Like, all these are connected.
Max Payne's pain pills are probably an object of power. They probably slow time when you take them.
That would make a lot of sense. That would check out.
I love Control, you guys. The Alan Wake thing makes a lot of sense. And then they've been talking about Alan Wake 2 for years and years and years and years, and very much in Control. Some of the fiction I won't talk about directly, but Control 2, you could play as Alan Wake. That would make total sense. That would fit that world. It could be kind of weird if that isn't where this goes eventually.
I like Jesse.
I love that game. I think I'm going to go and finish it.
You should read an email so we can...
Let's read an email. Podcast at talkingreckless.com. That is podcast at talkingreckless.com. Or you can drop these on our Discord, which you can find by going to... just go to talkingreckless.com. You can find all that on there. Subreddit r/talkingreckless. BYD Food writes in and says, what are your thoughts on this Modern Warfare beta? I think I can answer for all of us and say probably none of us have pre-ordered, right? So none of us have access this weekend.
No. I watched some of it, though.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Looks like original, like everything down to the sound cues, everything down to the way that you spawn. It goes, jump, jump, jump. Like, oh, this is like Modern Warfare circa 2008 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's 2007. We'll get back to you next week. That beta opens up next week. I want to spend some time with it. Did you know they're doing... That thing is totally crossplay and is matchmaking based on the controller you're using.
Yep.
Which is fucking amazing. So if I'm on PC using a controller and you're on console using a controller, we'll be matched together. We're both using a controller. If you're on PS4 using a keyboard and mouse and you're on PC using a keyboard and mouse, you two can get matched together using keyboard and mouse. Sounds amazing. Amazing. All games should do this.
Yes. That was always the thing. That was the only reason you would ever need to separate people, unless there were super big technical issues on one game and not the other, was... I just don't want to play. I want to play against everybody.
Yeah.
I just don't want to play against people with mouse and keyboard.
Hell yeah. And like, it's even, I think it is only, it made it sound like there's a mode in there where you can matchmake and just say, fuck it. You can just go into casual mode and like, we'll be in a party. You guys be on Xbox, I'll be on PC, on keyboard, mouse, whatever. It sounds like they are, and again, haven't played it, haven't tried the beta, so maybe I'm out to see. No, we would be able to just match into games together.
I know, but what, like, I don't want to play against other people with mouse and keyboards. For any reason, more than like, oh, we just got on to hang out with Matt and talk and shoot some people and probably get wasted. But.
The way, again, it seems like it is, they talk about that matchmaking stuff as ranked. So it seems like if you are in quote ranked, it will stick to the, and again, I haven't played, I don't know for sure, but that's cool. That's so fucking cool. This is the beginning of our new interconnected crossplay future where it doesn't matter what console you want to game on. And then soon we won't even have we'll have console, and then no consoles, and then we'll just all kind of have computers, and everything will be great.
Everyone will have a Stadia.
Oh yeah, yeah, kind of computers. It'll be great.
No.
We'll get back to you next week. BYD Food. If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider supporting us on Patreon.com/TalkingRecklessPodcast. Oh, I should tell you before that, if you like wrestling. I hope you enjoyed Resolution on Monday. Wow, what a show!
It was great.
Oh my goodness!
I can't believe all the spots and pops that there were.
Oh, so many
and
works and shoots.
Match with the Silver Standard was crazy.
I heard about that one. You're right. It was on Sunday. It hasn't happened yet as we're recording, but what a barn burner! I tell you, I can't wait. We should just leave a big blank. I can't wait for Champ. We'll do two runs. Champ Noah North to defend in October. Champ DDK to defend in October.
Well, now I know no one fucking came and got into shit.
I hope it went well.
Yeah.
Also,
there's no third option.
Hopefully the stream actually happened as well. Yeah, there's some big question marks. If you enjoyed what you heard, Patreon.com/TalkingRecklessPodcast. If you'd like to become a competitor in the TRWL, if you enjoyed that event on Sunday, that's all on the Patreon for you. Lots of stuff on there as well. Longer versions of this podcast, D&D modules, cooking streams, how to grow a beard.
You guys should do that stream.
The cooking streams?
No, the beard one.
Yeah. It's not streams, but videos. So yeah, I got I think 2 or 3 videos up there. Oil, yeah, it's a process. Oil, brushing, combing, trimming, cutting.
A little fucking blowtorch.
Waxing, blowtorching. You get the Daya cheese there to cement it all into place. And
I prefer the packed with a demon method.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pack that thing with a demon if you want. I guess that's going to do it.
Where else could people ingest wrestling content?
At Suplex City Limits Podcast. Did I not already do that one?
I think you started and then you said,
And then
well,
totally
first of
forgot.
all,
Oh
let's
shit.
go- yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Suplex City Limits Podcast, our brother show. They still watch wrestling so that we don't have to because it fucking sucks ass.
God's work.
Look them up on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, where you find this podcast. That's gonna do it for us. Kevin Byer, thank you so much for joining us.
Matthew, thanks for having me.
A pleasure in your own home. Bryce Sinek, thanks for being here as well.
Thank you both for having me.
Of course, and Brandon
Not you,
Lynch.
Brando.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the feud is starting.
Fuck.
Could this come to fruition in October?
Oh.
Well,
At fruition?
Brando's not in the TRWL, so I mean,
No.
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah. And we'll see you here next week. Thanks so much for listening, for your support, for your time, for emails, for making this the greatest little podcast in the world.
And the greatest big podcast in the world.
Episode 289. No, I think it might be 290 next week. I have no fucking idea. We'll see you next week for another podcast. Thanks very much.
It's whatever number it goddamn wants to be.
Well, it's because I fucked it up on the sheet and it really threw me off.
Man.
I was so excited about being 2 away from 300.
Yeah, me too. That was a
12
blow.
away, that's garbage.
Okay, haters. I think it's 289. So it'll be 290 next week. Ooh.
Oh, Daryl's fired up.
Daryl?
No, he wasn't actually. He was joking around.
Mockinter?
Daryl Mockinter.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for some video games. Woo! And then on Sunday for Resolution, 2 p.m. Eastern. Join us. Please.
What time's that mountain?
Nooner. Starts at noon here because we had to
11
be,
Pacific.
because we had to be done before the WWE pay-per-view, and I have no idea how long we're going to go. Possibly 12 straight hours of video game wrestling.
Who's to say?
Probably longer than the first one. That's all I can say.
That's all I can guarantee.
Probably longer than the first one.
Shorter than the third one.
Yay.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll do some video games tomorrow. And then come join us on Sunday.
What's the little fucking... Is that...
It's Mr. X.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's a Resident Evil lady.
Who is that?
I think they're new characters. I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
they're...
That's what was confusing.
Henry, Tyrone Henry is the name of one of them.
This
Henry,
is the RE2? Or the... No, not RE2. The...
Project Resistance.
Project Resistance,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's either Tyrone Henry or Henry Tyrone. One of the two is the name of that character. So I think they might be
I was
new.
going to say, it's just neither of them look like her.
Doesn't recognize. Or don't recognize it. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.